Hi, I'm Dr. Mark B. Hubble, and this is your Monday morning mini message. Have you ever felt overwhelmed? Like life was just throwing way too much at you at the exact same time, and you just can't seem to dig your way out of the big pile of responsibilities and tasks that you have to do? Well, you're not alone. This happens to us as human beings all the time. Sometimes we let things go for too long. You might have a mountain of laundry in the laundry room. You could have a pile of dishes in the sink. Room might be a mess. House might be a mess. Don't know what to make your kids for dinner. All these things can just keep adding up and adding up until we feel like just throwing up our hands and saying, I give up. I can't do it. I can't get this all done. We as humans tend to exhibit anxiety, stress, anger, irritability whenever we feel overwhelmed. And that's exactly the type of state of mind the enemy wants us to be in, because he wants us to use unhealthy avenues to escape that overwhelming sense of dread that we feel whenever all this stuff is piling on to our lives. But God has a different direction. God has a different idea when it comes to that. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 13, it says, "For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says, 'Do not fear, I will help you.'" All right, so whatever these responsibilities that seem to be overwhelming you are, God is going to step in and intervene if we allow it, if we say, God, show me the way. And he's going to allow us to prioritize what's the most important thing that we have to get done first. Then we can start simplifying, and then we can take each task as it is and accomplish each one individually. Because if we have 20 things to do, we can't do it all at once. We can't do 20 things at one time. We're only human. We have to tackle one thing at a time, and then to get to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And this has happened in my life, and I've been able to get through it with God's help, to be able to just take the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And there's no greater sense of peace than a job well done when we decide we're going to tackle that task right now and we're going to get it done. We set aside the time, we get it done. But don't forget, when you get it done, don't just jump right to the next thing. Take some time and admire what you've done. Take some time and say, okay, I'm going to have a cup of coffee, or I'm going to eat that cookie that's in the jar right now, and just reward myself in a small way for a job well done. Then after I've rested, I'm going to do the next thing, and then the next thing, and the next thing. And those next things, they add up until we've accomplished all those things that were previously overwhelming us. Believe me, don't knock it until you try it. So as you go about your week, think about, what is your next thing? What is the next thing that you want to get accomplished? Focus on it. Formulate a plan, and then start with the next step until you get that thing done. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Take care, and God bless.